Yeah.
Welcome back to How to Cake It. I'm Yolanda. This week is Valentine's Day, and I'm going to make a cake that looks like lips. Join us. I'm more sophisticated now that I'm in this chair. And when I say lips, I mean giant lips. So to start, I baked 12 pounds of my ultimate chocolate cake in 2 rectangular pans. For one of my rectangle cakes, I partially level them, meaning I leave a bit of the hump. And for the second cake, I leave the entire hump. But I do cut both of my cakes horizontally into 2 layers each. Now it's time for Sir Squeeze-A-Lot to help me shower these cakes with simple syrup. He is wearing a tube top, but let me tell you something. Sometimes he pulls it up and he wears it like a crop top.
Wow.
You can see a little bit of his how coming through. You know what I mean? It
Okay.
looks like Hove. So now he's Jay-Z.
In a crop top.
In a crop top.
Which is quite the visual.
Right. No, don't picture it. So now it's time to begin to carve lips. I did make a template. I found a picture of myself and I blew up my lips. And no, I didn't. I found
I was gonna say, why didn't you?
I should have.
Yeah.
I stacked my cakes back on top of each other. At the bottom, I put the 2 completely leveled layers. I lay my lip template on top of the cake and first cut around the outside just to get the general shape of lips. I just Googled lips and there is a ton of pictures of lips. I had to decide whose lips were the nicest. If you think these are your lips, let me know. This cake was my sister's idea.
Inspired by your plump lips. That's so cute.
You have to understand, I kind of grew into these lips. So when I was a child, they looked even bigger. They look like the cake I'm making, pretty much. I need to add sort of the curviness of lips. So I use a serrated knife and I just round out the top edges and I cut a little more cake off the sides, just so the cake, again, is plumper in the center. My cake is a bit smaller than my template. So what I did is when I cut out the initial shape of the lips, I saved the corners of the cake that I cut off so that I could butt them up on the end of the lips and continue carving. Now, if cake is your bae as it is mine, please share this video with those you love. It's actually the perfect video to share because it's like you're sending everyone a big kiss. I also need to work on carving the space between the top and bottom lip. So what I did is I cut that out of my template and then I laid it back on top and used a small serrated knife up against that line to cut a bit of cake, almost like a crevice, down into the cake. The crevice. You know, so you can, the cake won't open, but we want to believe that it could open. I'm pretty happy with the shape of my lips, but I decided that I want them to be plumper on top. I feel like plump lips are really in. So I'm using the hump that I saved from my second cake, and I'm just gonna cut it in half, place a piece on the top lip and the bottom lip, and just add some plumpness right in the center of the lips. Like, these lips are puckering up. Even though I'm happy with the shape of my lips, I think from the sides they look weird because the sides are just straight. So I'm gonna use my knife and go all around the cake and taper it in, like round the lips down underneath, cutting away cake. Now I'm completely happy with the shape of my lips, so I'm going to unstack all my cakes carefully.
Seems stressful.
Yes, it is stressful. That's why I said carefully. And I can move on to coloring some buttercream. I've decided to color it pink, so I add a bit of pink food coloring to a bit of my Italian meringue buttercream. I stir until I'm happy, and then I color the rest accordingly. So I build up my cake, spreading a nice even layer of my pink buttercream, carefully placing the next chocolate cake layer on top. As I stack and fill this cake, I do want to spread a little bit of chocolate ganache on the corners of the lips. This way it doesn't all move around when I'm filling it with my pink buttercream, and repeat until I get to the top. This tea is this month's Cake Tea Club tea. Cake is my babe. If you're interested in joining the Cake Tea Club, you can head to howtocakeit.com and sign up. You get a new exclusive tea every month, and you get a fun surprise gift with a note from me. To glue the humps in place where I added the plumpness to my lips, I'm going to use ganache there as well. Now it's time to crumb coat and chill. Crumb coat and chill.
Oh yeah.
Was that good?
That was fantastic.
All right. Now it's time to ice this cake one more time in my pink Italian meringue buttercream and place it in the cake to chill. Don't do that. Place the cake in the fridge to chill. If you like crazy Valentine's Day cakes like these lips, there's a whole crazy Valentine's Day cake compilation over on my new channel, How to Cake It Step by Step. Just click the I. Step by step, bottom lip, crumb coat and fondant. Okay, I want to make these lips nice and red. So I am going to roll out some red fondant. I'm going to cover it lip by lip. Lip by lip, ooh baby. Lips have a seam.
They do.
They're not one. Watch. Top, bottom. They're not one thing, right? So I'm going to cover the bottom lip first. Bottom lip.
Too far.
Baby. No, it doesn't work. Okay. Then I used a sharp paring knife to cut away the excess fondant from the bottom and down into the crevice. I will note that if when you remove your extra fondant from the top, it sort of peels away the buttercream from the top lip, you'll want to patch that up before you continue cutting. You'll want to repeat this process to cover your top lip. And the only difference here is when you cut away the fondant at the sides where we're going to have a seam, you want to cut that seam as neat as possible. So it just looks like the line of two lips meeting. Please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. This week is all about love. We appreciate the love and we want to give it back to you. To patch the fondant, I'm just using a little more red fondant and I'm rolling a cord. Now I'm going to use a small nonstick rolling pin to roll out that cord and flatten it a bit. Then I'm carefully going to lay this piece down into the crevice and use a paintbrush once again to smooth it up along the top lip and along the bottom lip. Okay, so it is time to create the texture of lips. Looking at a lot of up-close pictures of lips and it can appear like wrinkles.
It's kind of the only place on your body where wrinkles work.
Exactly. Imagine they were just smooth and weird and plasticky. That'd be terrible.
Terrible.
So I'm using some sculpting tools to just engrave lip lines in my lips. This episode is all about sprinkling some love, and we have a Sprinkle Some Love contest going on right now. Look at me sprinkling. You can win sprinkles for a year. Woo! And a cool How to Cake It prize pack. All you have to do is watch my Sprinkles Mega Cake video, which is posted exclusively on How to Cake It Step by Step. You can watch it right here. And on that video, leave a sweet comment for someone you love with the hashtag SprinkleSomeLove. But don't forget, you can only enter over on How to Cake It Step by Step. Step by step, ooh baby, gonna cake for you, girl.
Nice.
That was so Jordanite. I like a man with a falsetto.
Does Mr. Cake have a falsetto?
No. Wouldn't say that. It's winter, and these lips need some gloss. So to create my cake glass for these lips, I am adding a bit of red food coloring into some piping gel, stirring that nicely, and then I'm going to dilute it a bit with a bit of clear food grade alcohol. And this is because I don't want my lips looking streaky, but I do want them to dry with a sheen. Yes.
You're like a chemist.
Yes, I am. I'm a cake chemist. It's very important work. It's life-changing. These lips have a Valentine's Day date.
Yes, they do.
They do.
They do.
They do.
They look like it.
Now I want to paint between the lips a little bit darker, just to give it the illusion that they're real lips. You know what I mean? There's teeth in there. There's teeth in there. I hope.
Yeah.
I wanted to make these lips look like sprinkles were just pouring out. Orhan, cut to my Sprinkle Lip Beyonce photo shoot, please. Good day. For this, I'm using some Sweeta Polita sprinkles. It's a sprinkle medley, and it's called pretty as peach. I have decided to sprinkle this sprinkle medley between the top and bottom lips, so I'm just carefully sprinkling it in between. And then I wanted my sprinkles to look like they were spilling out of one side of the lip. Now the exciting news is we here at How to Cake It have partnered with Sweeta Polita to give you guys a monthly sprinkle service.
Woo!
This is how your doorbell rings when it arrives. Join now at howtocakeit.com, and every month you'll get exclusive gourmet sprinkles delivered right to your front door. Plus, you'll get recipes and inspiration on how to use your sprinkles. I want to put a straw in it and be like, just confuse people. It works.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh, it worked!
Click here to watch my Crazy Valentine's Day Cakes compilation, and here to watch my Sprinkle Mega Cake, where you can win a year of sprinkles. You can't win this chair, it's mine. Hold on, guys, I think I have a sip left. Good to the last crunch.